In the ancient time, way long forgotten, there existed a kingdom called AKPANLA-Ani. The people of this kingdom were known for peace and they enjoyed prosperity for countless years. During the reign of King Ugwu, the son of King Ugwu, there lived a man named Ohaugwu. Ohaugwu was not only strong, he was wise, kind, and most importantly King Ugwu's most trusted ally. It was an Afo day and Ohaugwu had just finished building a small kitchen in front of his house and was packing the remains of the woods he used in building when he heard the sound of the flute. He looked up and to his surprise saw the king with his guards and flute man walking towards his house. At King Ugwu's front was his flute man, whom even though old, was still strong enough to dance to the melodious sound of his flute, with 2 guards before and behind them.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Ohaugwu bowed and greeted.
Greetings to you, my good friend.
The king replied, placing his royal wool on Ohaugwu's back.
To what do I owe this royal visit, Your Highness?
Ohaugwu asked while rising up from his greeting stance.
Must my good friend owe me before I could pay him a visit?
The king replied heartily while he took the seat that Ohaugwu offered him.
Not really, Your Highness, but they said that the rabbit does not run in the daytime without a reason. Is it your king that you refer to as a rabbit?
The king said, faking a mischievous smile. Ohaugwu panicked and fell to his knees hastily.
Please. Forgive me, Your Highness, it is just a riddle. Rise up, my friend. My words were just jokes.
The king laughed heartily. Even though they have always been friends from childhood, Ohaugwu has never ceased to give him the respect that is due to him.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Ohaugwu nodded and rose to his feet with a faint smile.
Why have you not come to pay me a visit since after my kingship coronation? Well, a king will have a lot of things to take care of. A lot of activities, and a lot of things to worry about. So I thought it wouldn't be wise to trouble you with my worthless visits. But your absence has troubled me so much more than your presence would have. So I decided to go to the mountain since the mountain have refused to come to me. No, Your Highness. You are King Ugwu, unmovable mountain. It is I, your loyal servant, that should come to you. But now that I'm here already, what should we do? That is why I suggest that Your Highness goes back to his palace. So that I, your lowly subject, can pay you a visit if it pleases you.
Ohaugwu said with a heavy heart, feeling guilty of having made the king leave his palace and his responsibilities as the king, especially now that he just ascended the throne. King Ugwu smiled.
I miss you so much, my friend. Please make sure to see me soon. Without fail, Your Highness. I will come as soon as possible.
At these words, King Ugwu stood up and left Ohaugwu's compound with the flute man playing his melodious sound at his front as they left for the palace. After the king and his guards left, Ohaugwu walked to a hillside close to his house and sat down. He was deep in thought, wondering what had brought the king in person to his house when he would have just sent for him. Having been friends with the king since childhood, one would say that they are practically brothers since they understood each other so well. Ohaugwu knew that the king was troubled, that was why he visited personally. His visit was a form of signal to show him how dire the situation is. While he was deep in thought, Osondu arrived at his compound. Osondu is the son of late warrior Ohaugwu, who was also Ohaugwu's friend. Ever since his demise, Ohaugwu has taken it upon himself to take care of the family he left behind. After knocking for a while and no one answered, Osondu looked around and saw Ohaugwu sitting on the hill close by. He walked to the hillside and sat beside him. Being a trained warrior, Ohaugwu had already sensed his presence and as such wasn't startled when he joined him.
I need to pay the king a visit,
Ohaugwu said, staring into space without looking sideways, just as Osondu was taking a seat beside him.
Why do you want to see the king?
Osondu asked, throwing pebbles absent-mindedly into the distance.
He asked me to come see him.
Why does the king want you to see him? Hope all is well?
Yes. I suppose. I'm sure it is just a visit, and nothing more.
He said, but the deep-rooted worry on his face was evident.
I thought you said you won't bother the king anymore with your visits.
Yes, but...
So is he done with his kingly busy activities now?
Osondo added sarcastically.
You know the king has been my very good friend even before he became king.
Acting unconcerned with the discussion and still throwing pebbles aimlessly into the distance, he replied,
Yes, I know.
And I don't see anything wrong with visiting my friend.
Okay then, if you say so, but can I come with you?
No.
Why? You don't still want me to come with you to visit him even now that he is king?
Yes.
Ohaugwu countered with an expressionless face.
Can I ask you why you never want me to go see him with you, even while he was still a prince?
It's because I don't want you to get into trouble.
Ohaugwu replied, placing a hand on Osondo's shoulder to comfort him and dissuade him from the conversation.
But you have never gotten into trouble ever since he has been your friend.
Osondo replied thoughtfully.
And what kind of trouble can someone possibly get into by being with or going to see the king?
There are a lot of troubles associated with royalty. And sometimes when you associate with royalty, it might mean trouble for you.
Or blessing, you mean to say, because I have not seen you get into any form of trouble since your years of friendship with him.
You should go now, boy. I want to prepare and go see him.
Ohaugwu patted his head in a friendly manner.
Okay.
He jumped up, still throwing stones while asking,
Do you have yam? We don't have anything to eat this evening.
I told you before, you can always go to my farm and pick up anything that you and your grandmother need.
Ohaugwu stood up and started walking towards his house.
I was too busy today fetching water from the stream for people.
He replied while still jumping after him.
There's a tuber of yam and a calabash of palm oil in the kitchen. Take them.
Thank you, but we don't need the oil.
He ran off to the kitchen excitedly. On his way home with the tuber of yam, Osondo ran into a cheering crowd. He made his way into the crowd to have a look at what was happening. He stretched himself but couldn't get a view to the front. He pushed his way eagerly until he made his way to the front. At the center of the cheering crowd were two boys whom were almost mature to be called warriors. They were seriously wrestling. And at the front of the crowd were 4 tubers of yam. The wrestlers had made a bet with those yams that whoever wins the wrestling goes home with the 4 tubers of yam. Suddenly one threw the other to the ground and there was a loud cheer from the crowd, hailing him. Osondo looked at the tuber of yam he had in his hand, and a thought suddenly came to his mind.
Don't call yourself a winner yet.
A small but brave voice echoed from among the crowd. Osondo stepped forward with his tuber of yam, and everywhere became absolutely quiet. And the shocked expression can be seen on the faces in the crowd.
I challenge you with this tuber.
To be continued in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Watch out to see the outcome of this challenge and the reason behind the king's visit to Ohaugwu's house.